welcome back. So in this beautiful video, we wanted to talk about unconditional love. Because just recently, I was talking to my beautiful friend in New Zealand, and this was something that was shared in the live stream. But there's so much information in the live stream this week. I thought I would separate this. When I went to visit my parents in South America, I thought within myself that I was being the unconditional love. I was there to express my love to them, for them to know that I loved them, to apologize for anything that, they felt that I'd hurt them in any way. Apology. That's all I did for 2 weeks straight. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to do that. All of that. But what came through recently that I wasn't aware of at the time was that the whole time I thought I was being unconditional love, because I'd had my awakening and I'd written so many of these beautiful books already. And I thought, I'm being the unconditional love. I'm allowing them to express themselves, and I'm apologizing and all of that. But what came to my awareness recently was that when we are unconditional love, my beautiful beings, when you are unconditional love, there are no conditions for others to receive your love. There are no conditions. So for me at the time, because this was 2 years ago now, my condition was that because I was being the love and I wanted to give them my love, that they had to give me their love too. My parents. I was so desperate for my mum's love that I just did anything I could. Even if that meant apologizing every 5 minutes for her to know that I was sorry and that I loved her. Then that's all I wanted. But that is not unconditional love. Unconditional love is accepting that my parents are where they are. And if they don't want to forgive me, it doesn't mean that I retract my love for them. I love them. I love them. No matter what. Whether they forgive me or they don't forgive me, I love them. Whether they talk to me or they don't talk to me, I love them. No conditions. No conditions. I don't need them to do anything. I don't need them to be anything. I don't need is the word. When you are unconditional love, you don't need anything from anyone. You just are love. That's it. You're just love. And you accept others as they are. And if they're angry, and if they're offended, and if they don't trust, you just love. You love them where they're at, not where you need them to be. This is unconditional love. But, my beautiful beings, and this is one of the biggest things that's come through since this year, that I've been shown all these beautiful courses to share with you. I've been gifted all these downloads. The unconditional love starts with you. We need to have unconditional love for ourselves first. How can we have unconditional love for others when we can't love ourselves unconditionally? When there's parts of ourselves that we cannot love. How can we love others unconditionally? How's it possible? When you have judgments about yourself and there's parts of you that you feel are bad or wrong and you can't love that about yourself, you're ashamed of those parts of you, how can you love others? The unconditional love always starts with you. Always. When there are parts of us that we cannot love, we don't allow others to love that part of us. Therefore, we don't allow others to love us completely, because there are parts of us that we're ashamed of. There's parts of us that we feel are bad or wrong. But they're just your human experience. What you've been, especially things you've been through in your childhood, you have no control. You had no control over what happened to you as a child. There was nothing you could do. You're this little being amongst these big beings, and you just have to endure whatever is thrown at you as a child. So how can you be bad or wrong when these things happened and you had no control over them? You know, when you learn to see it as these experiences happened for you because you came to have these experiences, to know what it feels like to go through that, when you can see life like that, then you can see that it was all for you. It was meant for you. It's not good or bad, and it's not right or wrong. It's just an experience, like a flavor of ice cream. It's just an experience. We're the ones that put labels on it, that it was bad, that it made me feel bad, that it was wrong, whatever. But what if it's neither? It's not any of that. What if the experience was just what you came to experience and that's it, full stop? There's not more to it than that. You just wanted to know how that feels. That's it. And then love every part of you that went through that. Love everything about it. Love all of you. Look at everything you went through and you're still here. You're amazing. But what happens is I know, because with my first relationship with my partner, because I didn't feel good enough, because I couldn't earn my mum's love. I didn't feel that she loved me, and so I thought I wasn't good enough for her love. And if you're not good enough for your mother's love and she brought you into the world, how can you be good enough for anyone else's love? You know? So this was the experience I came to have. And so with my first partner, this was always a thorn in my side, that I'm not good enough for this person's love. I'm just not good enough. And so you hide parts of yourself that you think they can't love. And why can't they love those things about you? Because you can't love those things about you. And so you hide them from others. These things can't be loved. These are the judgments that you have. And so the unconditional love that we wish to step into needs to start with us. Learning to love all of us. If we're angry, learning to love the anger. It's there for a reason. You're not angry for no reason. So I'm angry. I love that I'm angry today. I love that I can feel this anger, because that's what I'm here for. I'm in pain today. I'm suffering. I love that I can feel this pain. I love that I can suffer, because that's what I'm here for. On this planet, at this time. That's what my soul is doing here. I love that I'm afraid. I love that I can feel that fear, because that's what I'm here for. All of it, everything you look at in your system, everything that you go through, love all of it. Love the impatience. I love that I'm impatient, because that's what I came to experience. I love that I'm jealous of others. Because that's what I came to experience. What does it feel like to be jealous? To feel that you don't measure up, that you're not as good as that person. What does it feel like? I love that I can feel that. What else is there that we can't love about ourselves? That we're not smart? I love that I'm not smart. I love that. I love that I can have that experience. Anything you can think of. That I'm overweight, I'm obese. I love that. That I can have that experience here on earth. What does it feel like to be in this body when it's overweight? What does that feel like? I love that about me. I love that I'm overweight. I love that. I love my body. It's serving me in this experience. Your soul chose to have this experience. What does it feel like? And I know growing up, I could see in my mum's eyes, she was always so ashamed of being overweight. But at the same time, she was using that to push others away, because look at me. You can't possibly want to hug me or love me the way I look. I'm huge. And I love that about me. I love that I can be huge. I love that I can have this experience, because it's what my soul came to experience. All of it. Whatever it is that you think is negative or wrong, you came to have that experience so that you would know how that feels. Without the experience, you can't possibly know. There's no way you could know unless you've been through it. There's no way. The only way is to go through the experience. And so we choose before we come here. We look down and we see and we think, oh, I haven't been through that. I wonder what that's like. What does that feel like to go through that? I'm going to choose that. And that's what the soul does every time. It comes in, it chooses different experiences. So, my beautiful beings, today we encourage you to look at those things about yourself that you're ashamed of. Those parts of you that you feel can't be loved. The parts of you that you feel are wrong. The parts of you that you feel are bad. All of those. All of it. It's easy to love the good parts. It's easy to love that, oh, I'm kind. Oh, I'm honest. I love that about me. Whoop-de-doo. You know, there are things that are easy to love. We're not here for the easy stuff. We're here for all of it. Unconditional love means love without conditions. That means loving yourself no matter what. No conditions. No conditions. You don't need any conditions to love who you are. You don't need to be thin to love who you are. You don't need to be smart to love who you are. You don't need to be anything but what you are to love who you are in this moment. It's all an illusion. It's not the truth. You are unconditional love. And every time you step out of unconditional love to judge and put conditions on things, you step out of who you truly are, just to have an experience. But you are unconditional love. And unconditional love just wants to love. No conditions. No conditions. It doesn't care if you have hair or not. It doesn't care if half of your teeth are missing or not. This is all material stuff. It's all illusion. You don't get to take your body with you when you're done. You leave it behind. That must be a clue to you that it's not that important. If it were important, you'd be able to take it with you. None of it matters at the end of the day, my beautiful beings. But you are the unconditional love. And in every moment, you can be this unconditional love for yourself and for others. Always. If you can't accept yourself as you are, if you can't love yourself as you are, how can others? You won't allow them. Because when we decide that there's something about us that can't be loved, we don't allow others to love that, no matter how much they want to. We don't allow it. All right, my beautiful beings. So the love starts with you. Unconditional love starts with you. Always remember that. When you stop to think, am I loving myself unconditionally? Are there any conditions? Do you need to be a certain way to love yourself? Do you need to get rid of something right now for you to love yourself? Does something need to change for you to love yourself? These are all conditions. Unconditional love doesn't need any conditions. It just loves. All right, my beautiful beings. I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.